Hi, I'm Mark Smith from Leeds Media Services. I've made this short video to give you some tips and pointers for anybody that's doing any self-recording whilst working from home. This is really for any videos that are going to be watched by a larger audience or something that's going to go on YouTube that people may watch back later. I'm using home equipment, so phones, tablets, laptops, webcams, that kind of thing, and I've enlisted the help of my daughter Abby, who's going to help me with the video. Generally, when filming an interview or piece to camera, the rule of thirds is the guideline that most cameramen would use. The basic principle is to divide your image into thirds horizontally and vertically. This technique would usually be used where the subject is looking off camera at an interviewer. Now that's not directly applicable in this video, as you'll be looking at the camera or the screen of the device you're using, but it will still help you frame yourself correctly. As you'll be looking at the camera or screen, you can position yourself centrally. Position the subject's body in the lower third and the eyes just in the top third. Obviously you won't have this overlay on your screen, but if you try to imagine something like it when you're framing your shot, you should be somewhere near. It might mean tilting your laptop screen or raising it up. Here's a still taken from a recent interview with Bob Geldof on the BBC. This is probably not how you'd want your audience to see you. If recording on a phone or tablet, try not to hold it. Prop it up against something, and this will ensure a steady shot. There's one bugbear that most cameramen have, and that's vertical video. Now, I know you hold your phone like this, so it feels natural, and it's fine if you're doing something like FaceTime or any other type of video call. But if it's something that's going to go online later, say on YouTube, then it really does want to be horizontal. Like this. Just think of it like this. You wouldn't watch your favourite programme on television with your TV on its side. Cameras in most modern devices are very good, but one thing they do like is a lot of light, so you want to make sure that the light is on your face so that you're correctly exposed. Try and avoid things like this where you've got light behind you, like from a window. You might want to position the camera in a different place. Also, you can use interior lights. Alexa, turn front on. And that will help make sure that you're lit correctly and the shot looks good. Another thing to consider is where you're going to do the recording and the background and what it looks like. Ideally, it doesn't want to be a mess. You probably don't want pictures of children or relatives in the background for privacy reasons, and you want to make sure it's somewhere that's quiet. You also want to try and make sure it's somewhere that you're less likely to be disturbed. Obviously, that's not very easy when working from home, especially when all the children are off school. It can be difficult, as demonstrated on this now famous clip from the BBC. The unseen, but equally as important part of any video is the sound. In most of the devices you're likely to be using, you're not going to have any control over the sound. The levels are adjusted automatically. So it's important to think about the location that you're recording in, that there's no background sound that might interfere. You also want to think about your position in relation to the microphone. You don't want to be too close because it might overload and sound distorted, but equally you don't want to be too far away because it may bring up the sort of background ambient sound and you might get hiss and that kind of thing. As I've mentioned previously, most modern cameras are very good, but if you've got a number of different devices that you could record on, it might be worth trying them all out to see which gives you the best picture and audio quality. If you're recording on a phone, it's worth pointing out that the camera on the back, the main camera, is always going to be better quality than the selfie camera on the front. Obviously, if you're using the back camera, you can't see yourself, but that may be a benefit because if you can see yourself, it may be a distraction. Filming in a home environment on your phone or laptop, it's always going to have its limitations, but if you follow the tips and advice I've given in this video, it should help you get the best out of the recording. Once you've made your recording, if you need any help with video editing, please get in touch. I'll be able to help.